Well, hey there guys, what's going on? So I've got the front timing cover off this F-150 that I've been doing the video series on. As you guys can see, just like I suspected, that was the piece of guide that actually had failed here. So another thing that I've noticed too about this is if you look at the tensioner on this side, you can definitely see how much farther out it is in comparison to the driver's side right there. So, and that tensioner could be very well bad. I mean, it could definitely be the culprit of the problem here, especially if it didn't have the proper tension on the chain. The chain was just running like this along this guide, and that's what could have obviously broke this guide right here. So, another thing that I do notice about this is I do notice that that cylinder head has AAAAA stamped into the head there, so I don't know if that's a replacement head. It could very well be. I'm not too sure on that. But and as you guys can see, we've got the upper part of the guide missing, then obviously this bottom section here where it broke off, that's all missing. So that's all in the oil pan right there. So in order for me to do this properly and do it right, obviously, one, we have, like I said, we have low compression on cylinder number 6. The head would have to be pulled. The oil pan would have to be dropped, and obviously the cylinder head probably just get a refurbished cylinder head. I think a refurbished cylinder head on this is $250. You know, either way, it's going to cost you around $250 to have that one replaced. So you might as well just go out and get a refurbished cylinder head. Have to get a master gasket set for this, and basically all the labor that's involved to do this, you're probably looking somewhere around $1450 to repair this. So, but like I said, I don't think the owner is not willing to spend the money on this at this point in time. So, you know, basically I went ahead and we negotiated price, and that's where we're at with this truck. So basically I'm kind of stuck with this truck now. So, you know, I have to make the decision whether or not, you know, to go ahead and fix this engine. Well, when I initially started this engine up, it sounded like it had a rod knock. So, and speaking with the owner a little bit more today, he was telling me that this truck was about 5 quarts low on oil. So that could be very well an issue with the bottom end, especially if it was ran low on oil. So, but yeah, that's the determining factor here, is whether or not do I fix this engine or do I get a replacement engine for it. So that's the thing. This is a Romeo engine. You can find an engine out of a Crown Vic. Basically, people are going to say, oh, their motors are different. The only thing you'd have to do is swap the intake, and you swap the manifolds, and everything else is the same. Block, heads, everything else, front timing cover. So, but that's where I'm going to leave it. And like I said, this is a canary yellow truck. You can kind of see it's got the flare sight on it. I mean, it's kind of a unique color if you ask me. This is what, 2005. So I mean, you know, I definitely think it's a sellable piece, but you know, the question is, how much money, how much time do I want to put into this? I don't want to have this sitting in shop here for the next 3 weeks waiting on parts for it. So I really need to make a decision very quickly in regards to obviously what I'm going to do with it at this point in time. So that's where we're going to be. Hey, I really appreciate everybody joining me here today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.